Alright, good day everyone. Welcome to my channel again. I am ID Clothing. So today I want to show you how to make this Awolowo cap. You can see the one I made here. You can see that you look very well. You can see that I seal that place instead of using gum, a stick, to hold uh the upper part with the borders. So you can see that instead of that, so I make sure that I seal it so that it's not removed, because normally customers always complain that uh those cow that they always remove. So I want to teach you a better way to do it so that it will not remove, because I realized that the normal FO stick gum does not hold clothes very well. So in this tutorial, what I made use of is I made use of my hemming gum. That's the permanent hemming gum. And if you don't have permanent hemming gum, you can make use of the normal hemming gum. Then I make use of Marco instead of the normal cardboard that we always use. So what you will need for this tutorial is you need your Marco, then you need your main fabric, and then your hemming gum. This is permanent hemming gum. But if you don't have permanent hemming gum like this, you can also make use of your normal hemming gum. So you can use your normal hemming gum. Then this foam. So the thickness is just half inch. Then your ruler and a pen. So now let's get to it. So the length of the head, the head circumference is 21 inches. So you mark your 21 inch like this. So after you mark it, then the height of the cap is 3 inches. So it's 3 inches high. So if you look at it now, so from the top to here is 3 inches. You can see 3 inches here, then 3 inches. So you make sure that everything is right. So then you do what? So you cut it out like this. You're going to cut the Marco out like I am doing so. So you cut out the Marco. Make sure that your hand is very straight. Make sure that your hand is very straight, so you cut out the Marco. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not, and make sure you put on the notification bell. So now I've cut this by 3 inches high. If you look at it now, this is 21 inches. 21 inches, that's the head circumference. So you take your main fabric, and put the Marco on it. Make sure that there's sewing allowance at both sides. You can see that I put a little allowance, and even at the down part, make sure you put like half inches allowance. So make sure you put half inches allowance. Then the remaining part will cover it on the other side. So make sure you put some inches as sewing allowance. Then you try and cover it from the other side too. So we still have some inches left, So that remaining inches we will use some lining. But make sure that at each side you also have this half inches as sewing allowance. So you can see that I also leave some space at each side, both at the left side and right side. So you cut it out. So then at the down part, like I've said, make sure you have like half inches. So now I'm putting my hemming gum. So that's my hemming gum that I'm putting on the stay. So now this is how to use the permanent hemming gum. So you first use the iron to iron it. So then you remove the paper, so the gum will stay on the other side of the fabric. So as I'm removing the paper now, so So I'm left with the gum on the fabric. Then you take the marco. So you make sure that you gently place it on top of the gum on the fabric now, and make sure you leave the allowance at the right side and at the left side. Then at the down part, that's good to give us. So that's for the sewing allowance. So make sure that you place it gently. You make sure that you place it gently. Then you add your water, and if you have your steam iron, you can use that. So make sure that you iron it. So you can see, make sure you give it a kind of thorough ironing, so that hemming gum will be able to gum on the fabric like this one. So then you turn it over. Make sure that as you turn it over, make sure that there's no allowance between the fabric and the tip of the marco. So can you see? So you turn it over like this. So we are getting there now. We are getting there. So make sure that you give it thorough ironing as well. Make sure that you give it a thorough ironing. So we now have some spaces, little space like 1 inch. So the next thing that we'll be doing is to take maybe other fabric or lining. So I'm going to sew it now. So now I've sewn the lining and I need to press open it. So can you see? So I've pressed open it. Then I also press it on the other side. So now you can see what I have. You can see what I have. So then the next thing is to take some hemming gum as well. You can see I'm placing my hemming gum now on the marco. So you put it, so you open it. If you have your normal hemming gum, you can use it as well, but this one is the best. So now, so that gum is for that fabric to also glue, also gum to the marco on this side as well, on the long side. But before we do that, we have to hem it. We have to close the hemming. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, you can subscribe and make sure you put on your notification bell. So the next thing now is to chalk the fabric on each side, on each side of the marco, which is our normal head circumference. So you put so what I've done now. So on this side, so make sure that you put a mark. That is where the marco end. That's the end of the marco, which is the end of which is the first end of our head circumference. So make sure that you put a mark there. On the other side too, you have to put a mark there as well. Make sure you put a mark there as well, because we are about to stitch the two ends together. So it's that mark that we are going to stitch. You are not going to stitch on the marco, so the marco is not going to overlap each other. So you bring it together so you can see the mark. So we are going to stitch. That's what we are going to stitch now. So you make sure that as you are stitching, make sure you do not stitch on the marco, and make sure that everything align. Both sides, make sure that they both align. Make sure that the marco did not overlap each other. I hope you understand now. So we take it to the machine and stitch from so this way we are going to stitch. Can you see? This way we are going to stitch. Make sure that the stitching machine will not stitch on top of the marco. Now I've stitched it. So let me just cut out the excesses. Now I've stitched it, and I'm going to press open what I stitched now. So make sure that you press open it like this, so that you press open it, so that you open it very well. Then you turn it to the other side. So make sure you turn it in till you close it. So now you can see I'm still having 21 inches. So then you are going to give it a kind of thorough ironing as well. So we've gone both side, both wrong side and the right. Then you cut out the excesses at the top. So you cut out the excesses that we have at the top. So that's going to be the top, that's the head, I mean the upper part of the cap. So you can see I've cut out the excesses. So now if you like, you can weave. If you like, you can weave the top. So this is the down part and this is the top part. So if you like, you can weave it around. You can weave it around. So we're going to weave it around. Now we are going to make the top of the cap. So I cut the back brick into two. So make sure you place your cap on it, the borders of it, so, and then we are going to stitch it. So I've stitched it now. So I will first press open. I want to press open my stitches so that it will not form any shape. So I've pressed open it now. I've pressed open it. So make sure that you press it very well. Then you place your cap on it. So make sure that it's not forming a round shape. Make sure that it's forming a kind of oval shape. Oval. So then you roll it from inside. Make a line. Follow the shape from the inside. Make sure you follow the shape. Make sure that the shape is not forming around something. Make sure it is not circle. Make sure that it is oval, like oval shape, like an egg. Can you see? So form a line. From the inside, so you form the line. You trace it, so you can see now. See what I've traced out. Then you make another line, like half inches apart, like an allowance around that first line. So half inch, just like half inch around the first line. So that was like our allowance. So make sure that you form the shape. Make sure you follow the shape. So you can see. You can see now. So we cut it out, then we place it on our foam. So now you place your gum on the main fabric. So you can see that I place my gum now. So I've already gum. So you iron it, make sure that it's gum very well. Then you place the same thing. After you gum it on the foam, you place it on another fabric that you want to use as your lining. So you also cut the same thing out. I've cut it out. So I also place my gum, my hemming gum on the fabric. So you can see now. So I've put my gum. I said that I've put my gum now. my gum. So I will place it, the place where I put gum, so I will place it on that foam and then give it a kind of thorough ironing as well. Make sure that you press it very well. Make sure that it is well. Make sure that you iron it very well so that it will go on. So you can see I've done both sides. Sorry, NEPA is taking the light. So I make sure that I iron this place very well. So the next thing is for me to trim out the excesses. So I have to trim out the excesses and iron it again. So you can see now. So now we are heading to the machine. So now this is where the main work is. This is where the work is. So you can see the wrong side. I've taken this. The wrong side is outside, and also the wrong side is also at the top. So look at how I did it. Make sure that the wrong side of the main cap is outside, and then so this is the right side and that's the wrong side. So now you place the upper parts. Make sure that you are not sewing on the marco. Remember that we already put the sewing allowance, so make sure you are not sewing on the marco, and make sure that you place it very well. Make sure you are not sewing on the marco. Then make sure that you place it very well. Make sure that everything align. So you do the sewing gently. You have to be tracing it with your hand to make sure. Trace it with your hand to make sure that you are not sewing on the marco. Once you sew on the marco, it will give you a wrong shape. So you have to gently sew it gently. So this place, you need to be patient. No rush. No rush. No rush. For you to have a perfect shape, don't rush. Make sure you place it very well. Make sure that you are not sewing on the marco. Make sure you are not sewing on the marco. Kindly subscribe to this channel and put on your notification bell if you have not. So make sure that you use your hand to align all the fabric to make sure that they are where they're supposed to be, and make sure you are not sewing on the marco. The marco on the upper side. So you can see now after sewing, so I've turned it outside. You can see. So this is what we have. So you can push it in. So make sure that you use your hand to push it in to align it. So then you take it to your ironing table and give it a final ironing. So this is what we have. So you make sure that you give it your final ironing. So this is the best. So this is the thing. So this is what we have. So make sure that you cut out every excess thread and make sure that you iron it. You can use your hand to align it. Check it if your machine did not jump any part of it. Make sure that your machine sew every part of that curve. So can you see? Then look at the inner part. I've weaved the inner part as well. So I've weaved the inner part. So you can make sure that you weave the upper part, the inner, so make sure that you weave it before you do the joining. The joining at the top. So you can see, if you like, you can use gum to hold those things together. So Can you see what we have now? So thank you very much for watching. See you in my next video. I am Ideal Clothing. See you in my next video.